Hey everybody, welcome back to Over a Pipe. My name is Martin. Today we have a tobacco review and we are reviewing Scandinavian tobacco groups. Erinmore Flake. This guy right here. See him? See him? See him? Erinmore Flake. It's an aromatic, obviously. So we're just going to pull some information from tobaccoreviews.com. So as you can see, the leaf tobaccos for Erinmore are selected from only premium tobacco growing regions of the world. The blend consists of mature Virginia, mellow burley, and sweet dark air cured tobaccos. It is pressed into cakes, aged, and cut into slices, providing a mellow and cool smoke with flowery and fruity notes. Just some other notes: formerly blended by Murray & Sons UK until 2005, now produced by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, Orlik Factory, Essens, Denmark. Got it? Now we have a review from Emeritus in 2001. It said, I have actually tried this tobacco long ago. I know. I was young, naive, new in town, and hungry. He said he could get me into show business. No, wait a minute. It was a whole nother story about an encounter with a stranger. This might be the best tobacco review ever in history. At the time that I tried it, I had just made the transition from aromatics to Latakia and was looking for a tobacco that I could enjoy in public without having to open a fresh can of something on potential smoke Nazis. What would, I wonder what Emeritus was on this day. The guy behind the counter, the new guy behind the counter, recommended Erinmore Flake. I bought it, lit it. After waking a few days later, I now had a punchline for roughly 11% of my future conversations with fellow pipe guys and an ex-tobacco retailer that I'm still on the trail of. I still fantasize about the next meeting. A smoky, dimly lit bar in South America. Remember me, you sick, sadistic person. Stag Tobacco, Phoenix, 1980. If you had a future, I'd give you the following advice. If you try to kill a bear, you had better finish the job. But I digress. I wanted, in the interest of science, to try the tobacco again, partly out of curiosity, partly out of a dare from an ASPer. I also received the tobacco from a kind ASPer, so there you are. Appearance: a nice looking can, yellow with red logo. The tobacco inside appears to be a well-made, attractive flake. The tin aroma is a fairly pungent pineapple/cherry combination. It packs just fine. Test drive. Fire touches. Puff puff. Hey, everybody! There's a party in my mouth and you're all... A party of friggin' hex angels on a kilo of meth, that is. I haven't had this much fun since a bunch of Force Recon Marines caught me without my paratrooper buddies and nearly stomped me to death. As bad as this sounds, it's actually not as bad as I remember. I mean, I maintain consciousness this time. That's got to count for something. The blend has a real peppery bite to it, and FWIW, the pineapple doesn't seem as obnoxious lit as it does in the tin. I couldn't finish the smoke, which put it in some interesting company like 1792. Oh. Now, the most recent review we have comes just from March 27th of 2020 by Renward Hoop, who said, an excellent flake, which differs slightly from its little brother, the Ready Rubbed. There was nothing wrong with the Ready Rub other than the fact that it was tasteless. But this is darker in color and in taste, such as it is. You will find firm fingers of flake here that give off a very slight honey fig-like aroma. These flakes strips are arranged very neatly in the center of the tin, which was a sod to open. They are quite moist, but don't seem to need drying out. They also break up quite easily. The smoke is pleasant and very little of the topping comes through, and indeed, like its stablemate, is fairly tasteless, but with a slight tangy character that I really only detected halfway through the tin. The burn rate is superb, one of the best I'd had for a long time, and without gassing poor Miss RW. Although this flake has very little taste, it's still a good blend and is well worth trying. Possibly an all-day tobacco. Possibly. Just maybe. And our last review comes from none other than Pipe Stud, who in 2002 gave us his take. Once again, we have a blend that is not for those who don't yet shave. This is a flake that is stout, bold, different, and an all-time classic. When you open the tin, you will be able to tell that there is a flavoring, but pineapple is not it, despite what you may have read from some reviews above this one. That pineapple is a flavoring in this blend is a myth perpetuated by the picture of a pineapple on the lid of the tin. Flavoring is discreet, and you will certainly get a huge blast of true tobacco taste. Mostly a Virginia burley mixture, the top coating lends itself in a way that brings out the strength of the blend. It will be difficult to smoke this all day due to its strength, and it does get a tad harsh as you get near the bottom of the bowl. So as you can see, this is the Erinmore Flake. Woo. I don't care what they say. This stuff is as sweet as sugar. I mean, it is pungently sweet. Let's see, where's the focus point? Oh, there's the focus point. Let's see if we can get this. That funky with the with the review still in focus. But yeah, that's good stuff. Very pretty, very nice presentation, great smell. The pre-light on this is super sweet, sugar, molasses, honey all the way through. And I was very hesitant. I am not the biggest aromatics person, but I have to say, I'm good with this one. I'm good with this because I do not get that chemical burn. I thought I maybe did previously, but either I've gotten used to it or it's just not there. You know, there's no there. I mean, it burns well. I legitimately did the fold and then semi-rub without completely breaking it out. Take that, stuff it in, take the dredges on top, and I'm good to go. Again, with any flake, you want to make sure that your tamping method is spot on, and that's going to keep you lit for the bulk of your smoke. I would say probably, you know, in terms of the strength, this is probably this is mild. This is mild stuff, especially if you're smoking, you know, heavier burley type blends or other blends. It comes wet out of the tin. I would recommend drying time. I have very little moisture built up in the stem though, so I wouldn't. Maybe you don't have to give it more than maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but it is smokable right out of the tin. That is a fact, and I agree with that review that was said about that. I would say, you know, in terms of flavoring, it's pretty low. It's pretty low. I'm not detecting a ton of it, and that makes me a bigger fan of it. The taste is mild. You know, I'm not going to say it's boring, but it's very, very much not offensive in terms of room note. So, you know, are you going to be wanting? Maybe. Yeah. But is it going to supply you with a smoke in events that you don't want to go out there and have a harsh smelling tobacco? Yes. Yes, it will definitely do that. I mean, they did a great job on it. I like the tin art. I like the presentation. I like the smoke. You know, Scandinavian Tobacco Group has knocked it out of the park on this one again. Comes in a vacuum sealed tin. Smokes well. Lights well. No problem. It lights well before it smokes well, though. So you know, it doesn't smoke. You know what I mean? So hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you were able to figure out if this is something you would like to try. I don't think you're going to be very disappointed. I have smoked blends I've been disappointed in, and I am not an aromatics smoker per se, but I've enjoyed this one, and this one will be in my rotation. I feel like I will probably like this during some of the hotter months of the year, to be honest. I feel like that's probably where this lies for me. Almost to the point where I almost rethink my monthly blend rotation. But you know what? You tell me. Let me know your thoughts. If you've smoked Erinmore Flake, let me know if you like it, if you enjoy it. What are your thoughts on it? Leave a comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thumbs up. Makes me feels good. Make sure you don't miss the Literate Friday show every Friday at 9 o'clock. Callers, everybody call in. Everybody's got something to say. You get to call in. Just call in. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll see you later.